for nearly 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo has been the face of Portuguese football. His name has been synonymous with a national team, his goals have broken records, and his mere presence on the pitch has struck fear into the hearts of opponents. But as the sun sets on the career of one of football's greatest ever players, a question looms larger over the Seleção das Quinas. Is Portugal's future brighter without Cristiano Ronaldo? Let's find out. Cristiano Ronaldo's impact on Portuguese football is nothing short of seismic. Before his arrival, Portugal had a respectable but not spectacular football history. They had reached the semi-finals in the 1966 World Cup, led by the legendary Eusebio, and the finals of Euro 2004 on home soil. However, major trophies had always eluded them. Ronaldo's arrival changed everything. Since his debut in 2003, Ronaldo has led Portugal to unprecedented success. The crowning achievement came in 2016 when Portugal won their first major international trophy, the European Championship. Despite being injured early in the final, Ronaldo's leadership from the sidelines became the enduring image of Portugal's triumph. This was followed by victory in the inaugural UEFA Nations League in 2019, adding another piece of silverware to Portugal's trophy cabinet. But Ronaldo's impact extends far beyond team trophies. He's shattered individual records, becoming an all-time top scorer in international football with 128 goals and counting. He's represented Portugal 205 times, more than any other European player in history. These numbers tell a story of consistent excellence over an incredibly long period. However, Ronaldo's influence goes beyond mere statistics. He's been a symbol of Portuguese excellence, inspiring a generation of young players and putting Portugal firmly on the global football map. His work ethic, determination, and winning mentality have set a new record for Portuguese footballers. Moreover, Ronaldo's global stardom has brought unprecedented attention to Portuguese football, benefiting both the national team and the domestic league by attracting more investment and talent. Yet, this dominance has also led to what many call the Ronaldo dependence. For years, Portugal's tactics have revolved around getting the best out of their star player, sometimes at the expense of a more cohesive team strategy. Critics argue that this over-reliance on Ronaldo has stunted the growth of other talented players and limited Portugal's tactical flexibility. While Ronaldo has undoubtedly been the focal point of Portuguese football for many years, a new generation of talent has been quietly emerging in his shadow. This crop of players represents some of the most exciting prospects in world football, and their performances have begun to shift the narrative around Portugal's national team. At the forefront of this new wave is Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United midfielder who's taken the Premier League by storm. Fernandes brings creativity, goal-scoring ability, and leadership to the midfield, qualities that have seen him shine ever since Ronaldo's absence. Alongside him, Bernardo Silva of Manchester City offers silky skills and tactical intelligence that can unlock any defense. In attack, players like Diogo Jota, João Felix, and Andre Silva have shown they can shoulder the goal-scoring burden. Jota's performances for Liverpool have been particularly impressive, demonstrating versatility and clinical finishing that bode well for Portugal's future. Felix, despite some ups and downs at Atletico Madrid, remains one of the most naturally gifted young players in world football. The defense hasn't been left behind either. Ruben Diaz has established himself as one of the world's best centre-backs, while João Cancelo offers world-class quality in the fullback position. In goal, Diogo Costa is rapidly making a name for himself as a potential long-term successor to Rui Patricio. This abundance of talent has allowed Portugal to perform admirably even when Ronaldo has been absent. In September 2020, Portugal thrashed World Cup finalists Croatia 4-1 in a Nations League match without Ronaldo, in what many consider their best performance under Fernando Santos. More recently, in the 2022 World Cup round of 16 match against Switzerland, the result was a resounding 6-1 victory with Ronaldo's replacement, Gonçalo Ramos, scoring a hat-trick. This performance not only showcased Portugal's depth, but all performances have sparked debate among fans and pundits alike. Many argue that without the pressure to constantly feed Ronaldo, other players have more freedom to express themselves on the pitch, making them a more formidable opponent overall. The case of moving forward without Ronaldo is complex and multifaceted. It's not simply a matter of his age or declining physical abilities. At 38, Ronaldo Ronaldo can still produce moments of magic that few other players can match. Instead, the argument centers around tactical flexibility, team dynamics, and long-term planning for Portugal's future. One of the primary arguments for phasing out Ronaldo is tactical flexibility. With Ronaldo in the team, Portugal often becomes predictable. The game plan frequently revolves around getting the ball to him in dangerous positions, which can make the team's play one-dimensional. Without Ronaldo, Portugal has shown the ability to play a more fluid, possession-based style that can be more difficult for opponents to counteract. There's also the question of team dynamics. Ronaldo's presence, while often inspiring, can sometimes overshadow his teammates. His frustrations when things aren't going well can be visible, potentially affecting team morale. From a long-term perspective, continuing to build a team around Ronaldo could be seen as short-sighted. At 38, he can't be expected to maintain his high standards indefinitely. By giving more responsibility to younger players now, Portugal can ensure a smoother transition when Ronaldo does eventually step away from international football. This suggests that the team might be ready to move into a new era. The prospect of Portugal moving on from Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a matter of tactics and on-field performance. It's a decision that carries immense emotional and cultural significance for the nation. Ronaldo is more than just a footballer in Portugal. He's a national icon, a source of pride, and for many, a symbol of what it means to be Portuguese. Ronaldo's journey from a small island in Madeira to becoming one of the greatest footballers of all time is a source of inspiration for millions. His success has put Portugal on the global map, not just in sporting terms, but culturally as well. For a relatively small country, having a global superstar of Ronaldo's stature has been a point of national pride. This deep emotional connection means that any decision to reduce Ronaldo's role in the national team would be met with mixed reactions. For many fans, the idea of Portugal playing without Ronaldo is almost unthinkable. He's been the face of Portuguese football for so long that his absence would leave a void that extends beyond the pitch. There's also the question of Ronaldo's legacy. How would a reduced role or early retirement from international football affect how he's remembered? Would it diminish his status as a national hero, or would it be seen as a noble sacrifice for the good of the team? From a cultural perspective, Ronaldo's influence extends to the next generation of Portuguese players. Many of the current squad grew up idolizing Ronaldo, and his presence in the team provides a link between different generations of Portuguese football. Removing him from the equation could have unforeseen effects on team dynamics and the development of younger players. However, there's also an argument that moving on from Ronaldo could have positive emotional and cultural impacts. It could signal a new era for Portuguese football, one where success is seen as a collective achievement rather than the result of one player's brilliance. This could foster a strong sense of team unity and national pride based on the team as a whole. Moreover, seeing Portugal succeed without Ronaldo could be inspiring in its own way. It would show that the country's football culture is strong enough to produce multiple generations of world-class talent, not just one exceptional player. Ultimately, the emotional and cultural impact of moving on from Ronaldo will depend on how it's handled and how the team performs in his absence. If Portugal continues to succeed, it could be seen as a natural evolution. If they struggle, it could lead to public backlash and calls for Ronaldo's return. The argument for moving forward without Ronaldo centers around increased tactical flexibility, improved team dynamics, and the need to plan for the long-term future of Portuguese football. Yet, this must be balanced against Ronaldo's unmatched experience, his ability to inspire teammates, and his status as a national icon. Perhaps the solution lies not in a binary choice between Ronaldo and no Ronaldo, but in a carefully managed transition. A reduced role that allows Ronaldo to contribute his experience and goal-scoring ability in crucial moments, while also giving more responsibility to the next generation of stars, could be the best way forward. Ultimately, the success of any transition will depend on how it's managed, both on and off the pitch. What do you think? Is Portugal ready to move on from the Ronaldo era, or does the team still need its talisman to succeed at the highest level? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.